Hello, I'm Christine. Welcome to Book Talk. Today we're here to discuss the third book in ALLY Condie's Matched trilogy, the third and final book, Reached. So if you have not yet read this trilogy, it starts with Matched, and then Crossed, and then Reached. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to go read it. I think the first book was really well written and really well done, and it really moved me. But as a whole, I don't think it was. If you read the first book and you really enjoy it, you can continue, and I'm sure you'll enjoy this one too. The writing is beautiful. She's very poetic and lyrical, and it does flow like water over rocks going down a creek. Reached wasn't bad. It wasn't a Crossed, you know? It had things. Things happened in Reached, so lots of steps up from Crossed. If you have not read Reached and you don't want to be spoiled, bye for now. We now see from Xander and Kai and Cassia's POV. Now, I guess my favorite of these three POVs would have to be Cassia, because what has touched me the most about this series, what really drew me in and made me want to read it and made me care about their society, is how barren it was, how empty of creativity and pop culture, and the idea that everything you make has already been made. Not necessarily, and they're not remaking it exactly the same. No two things are exactly the same. The poem, she finally wrote a poem when that girl, the sister of the brother that needed the song, came and gave Cassia that bird that she made from the dress and crushed up glass. It was just really touching. That brought a tear to my eye. And then the gallery that Cassia made, so people could write poems, could write stories, could make crafts, could make paintings, you know, and hang them so everyone could see them and enjoy the beauty that is art. That touched me. The singing touched me. The dancing touched me. Those all brought tears to my eyes. Nothing else really emotionally tugged at me like that. Xander's a doctor, or a physic, and he's working with the plague victims. And for a long time, I thought he was gonna get it, and we're gonna see from his point of view. When that mutation first appeared, Xander goes, "Oh, it's probably nothing." Actually, it's probably something, or else we wouldn't be told about it. It wouldn't be in the book. It wouldn't be here at all. Okay, Crossed has a lot of little details that really seemed irrelevant. They're still kind of very irrelevant. It doesn't really matter that Lainey was Vic's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter. Hunter and Eli are there, which we don't really need to know. We don't really need to know that Anna came from that settlement. We don't need to know it. It didn't do anything for us. Indy could have just been a girl that Kai met in the pilot situation that was also an anomaly and that also joined the Rising. Like, we didn't have to have that other book. I'm sorry. So Lee, the girl that Vic used to be with, is now with Xander. And I like that relationship. I like how they work together. It was really sad when she got the plague. I don't know what her obsession with fish is. I guess because Vic had that thing with the fish. Still, Cross is irrelevant. So Cassia sends this letter. The letter that she sent to Kai, and then she wanted Kai to give it to Xander. Kai was pushed in the pool. A freezing river. Same thing. Of course, it got wet. Bullshit, that letter didn't get completely blurred. It's either completely blurred or it's completely okay. Then we have the immunity to the plague thing. I thought Cassie was gonna get the plague. She didn't. And then I thought Xander was gonna get the plague, and he didn't. And of course, poor Kai is the freaking loser who gets the plague. So you learn a lot more about the Archivists, which was interesting. I hate how they say there's no worth in the things that we create now, because no. It's like those people, the baby boomers who are obsessed with classic rock. Everything now is crap. So we get to the mountains, and of course Cassia is the sorter there. Is sorting not the dumbest name for data analysis? They're analyzing data in an effort to find a cure to save the world. Not taking a fucking bag of M&Ms and organizing them by color. So we meet this new character, Ochre, who actually found a cure for Alzheimer's disease, which is really cool. I really liked Ochre. Ochre is 90, but we know Ochre's not gonna be the one that finds the cure. It's gonna be our Xander-Cassia duo. Ochre does find it, but Cassia has to figure it out. We have this Ochre is going to die at any minute situation. Fall dead at any minute. I gotta tell you this stuff. Someone's gotta know. Then we know that Ochre is gonna drop dead, and he's not gonna actually be able to tell them about the cure when he goes to leave to find the new flower, and Xander's like, "What is it?" And he's like, "I'm not gonna tell you." This is the moment. This is when it's gonna happen, and of course it does. That was very, very predictable for me. I don't know what you were thinking. Kai is kind of dying because he's gone still. Someone keeps unhooking him from his medicine bag. Hunter ends up being the person who is cutting off Kai's bag. Just what That dude needs help. I was just very annoyed by that storyline. I don't know. I thought it was very anticlimactic. I really thought this was going to be more of an action-packed fight for control of the society, but society lets the Rising take over, and the Plague is really the antagonist. The one moment that I really liked in D is when she showed up at the gallery to get Cassia, and I was just expecting Cassia to run and give her a hug. No, there's no hug, nothing. Also, the fact that Indy just got on a ship and ran until she went still instead of trying to go still in a place where she could get cured. I don't understand that logic, Indy. At the end, we go back to this Red Garden day that Cassia's grandfather said is his favorite memory of Cassia. The whole grandfather revelation just made me tear up. I was strong enough not to take the green, and I could get back what I got from the red, and I walked through the blue! Oh my god, Cassia, you're so cool! She's the one who put Kai's name in the match pool. And that was a big question in match. Like, who did it? Who was this rebel that put Kai's name in? Who put the aberration in the match pool? And it was her. She did that. We end with this vote for a new leader. And they have a representative from society, they have a representative from the Rising, and they have a random who is Anna. Now, I don't really see how Anna could win in this situation. I know they had debates, it sounded like, on TV. But, I mean, if I was one of those people, I'd probably pick the Rising person. But looking at it like this, I want Anna to win. And I want to see a new world be built out of this. I just want, like, an epilogue to see what happened. Cassie's really proud that they made it to the point of voting. But what if society just wins the votes and then it just starts all over again? I just want to know that they fixed it, that they're not big fails. We don't get to see who comes into power. I hope it's Anna, but that seems the least likely of the three candidates. She's like the independent. Another thing we never got resolved on is the grandfather's watch and the necklace. Or was it a necklace? Their artifacts were never gotten back to them. And I felt that was a very moving part of the first book, their artifacts, because it's really all they had of the past. They got them taken away and they never found them again. I think it would have been a great way to close everything full circle to maybe find that. Or to dig up the artifacts that supposedly their grandfather had buried. I just wanted some full circleness in that aspect. And I know we got the gallery, but the gallery got destroyed. One thing I didn't understand about the gallery, it was outdoors, and I know it was like curved in like this, but there was no ceiling. Do you really think those papers would not get destroyed? I don't feel satisfied after finishing this series. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be exactly. They fixed what was immediately wrong, but did they fix everything? We don't even know. I don't know. I guess I would give this book an 80%. I am glad that I read it. It's just, it wasn't my favorite. If I was gonna rate them, I'd go matched, reached, crossed. I think that's pretty obvious. I heard a lot of people say they think this was the best book in the series, and I could see that argument, but it didn't move me like the other one did. Yeah, I do like that we found out about why they're immune to the red pill. And she did a good job of weaving in the answers, but the answers just didn't wow me because I just didn't care as much anymore because Crossed was so annoying. Thank you for watching. Share your thoughts. I'll see you soon. Bye! This my shit. All the girls wanna be like this. Few times I've been around that block. Where's my tea? 1 second.